it loud enough?
Yeah.
Yay! Is it too loud? No. Okay, you sounded really like enthusiastic the way that you said that. Thanks everybody for coming! Yay! We have 22 sign-ups tonight. That's my lucky number. Oh my God, and Stephanie Moyer's here. You're not even on the list. So now we have 23. So we're gonna do 4-minute sets, just so you guys know. But I'll get you started. I'll tell a couple jokes. Well, first of all, give it up for Silver. Yeah. This nice production. If you guys have been here before, we're usually like silhouettes up here, but now you guys can see everything. Speaking of, I just wanted to start off by giving everyone a minute to appreciate how cute I look. Thank you. I'm dressed like this because it's Valentine's this week. And also because I dress like this all the time, always. One time I was dressed like this in the month of October, and a man was like, "What are you supposed to be?" I was like, "I just dress like this." And then he got really awkward and he was like, "Oh, good for you. It's pretty hot." And then he turned around his iPad to ask me how much money I wanted to tip him. I was like, 0! Guys, don't be offended at me for saying that, okay? I give people pedicures and they don't tip me. You know, I don't need to tip the guy at the food truck who did literally nothing except spit shitty game. Cool. Oh, thank you guys. I was like, let me start off really strong. Good, strong start. There's a commercial that's been ruining my life. It goes a little something like this. This is Grace. Every morning she wakes up with itchy, crusty, disgusting eyes. Rude. No, I don't. I literally don't. And they're like, it's because Grace has bugs in her eyes. And the bugs love it. And then it goes to the bugs, and it's like they're like the Mucinex boogers, except they're bugs that live in Grace's eyes. And this commercial plays like 20 times. I literally think I'm gonna be schizophrenic. I don't have a punchline for that yet. Everybody laugh. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell one more joke and then I'm gonna turn it over to the comics. Do you guys like Trapped in the Closet? Yeah. I love Trapped in the Closet. I love how anytime R. Kelly's character feels any sort of social anxiety, he just pulls out a gun. Like literally anytime R. Kelly meets a gay couple, he points a gun at them and he's like, "Explain how you met." Why did you need a gun for that? You could just ask. They'll teach you how to download Grindr. It's not that serious. But you know, I also struggle with social anxiety. So I've been thinking about buying a gun. You know, just so I can be like, "Freeze, motherfucker. Are you mad at me?" Everybody laugh, I have a gun. Okay, that's just a little sampling of what I have to offer. But guys, don't worry, I will be back. I'm gonna talk a lot tonight. But so are the rest of your comics. Oh, also, before I forget, everybody give it up for your bartenders. You can be mean to me, but make sure to be nice to them. Tip them all your money. Wait, but also don't be mean to me. Why did I tell you you could be mean to me?
Okay, you guys ready to get this mic going? Yeah. Okay, your first comic is very funny. I'm so happy he's here. Everybody, give it up for Sammy Tamimi. He's not racist, it's just his cat. Me too. That's why I only fuck... never mind. I'll leave that a mystery. Okay, your next comic surely has no racial preference. But who knows, really? Everybody give it up for the very funny Bryan Williams.
I'm desperate, apparently. No preference. Capitalism sucks, guys. Capitalism is shitty. It's getting out of control. They're charging 5 cents for plastic bags now. I don't like that shit. I'm poor. I saw it coming when Walmart started making you bag your own shit. I don't want to pay 5 cents for a plastic bag. Now I have to jack off on a ladder with a belt. Cool. I'm fat. I'm fucking fat. The ladder I jack off on is maxing out its payload. I hate being fat and going to the doctor. It sucks. Doesn't matter why I'm there. They always want to tell me the same shit. Bryan, you should lose some weight. I went to the doctor the other day. He was like, Bryan, you could lose a few pounds. I was like, thank you. But you're a dentist. He said I had cankles. I was like, why are you looking down there? Thank you. I call that one fat cankles. A few months ago, the wrestler Mick Foley said he couldn't be associated with the WWE anymore because of their ties to Trump. Can you imagine Trump making a promo about it? Listen, Mick Foley, he's a great guy. It's terrible what happened to him. I don't like him. Dude love, he's gay, he's wearing rainbows. Cactus Jack, he's cool. Given his track record, I don't think Trump really cares much about any type of mankind, to tell the truth. Thank you, thank you. Crystal meth, crystal meth. Who here fucks with crystal meth? I have some thoughts about meth heads. I wonder why they offer to clean everything but their own fucking teeth. It's almost like you have to put crystal meth in toothpaste to get them to do it. Cause something stupid like methamphetamine, which would honestly make sense because they got all them food stamps and no teeth. But wouldn't that be stupid if that's how you got into drugs? Fucking toothpaste. Something like a cold gateway drug. Thank you. These are all fucking bummers. Fucking white people. Thank you. Fucking white people. White women are calling themselves witches. They've been doing it for years. I don't understand why. What makes you a witch, lady? You listen to Fleetwood Mac, collect rocks, do drugs. My dad did all that shit in the 70s, and he was just a terrible father. White dudes think they're Vikings right now. Kevin of Lothbrook on Facebook. That's fucking stupid. You're not going to Valhalla. You have a peanut allergy. Getting stabbed with an EpiPen doesn't count as dying in battle. Finally, some bangers. Fuck yeah. I'm going to leave on a high note. Thank you. I've been Bryan.
Everybody, give it up for Bryan Williams. You heard it here first. Donald Trump, not a great guy. Your next comic is a great guy. He's a good friend of mine, very funny guy. Everybody give it up for Will Miner.
Keep it going for my friend Grace, everybody. Come on. She's the American Girl doll that will sell you weed. Come on, people. She's really cool. Keep it going for my buddy Bryan Williams, everybody. Where's Bryan? I love you, Bryan. You're wonderful. He will not pay 5 cents for those bags, but he will pay a sex worker in change. And that's why I respect you, Bryan. Principles. You're like, it's money. You have to take it. That's what I always do with all my sex workers, too. I give them a sock full of coins. Oh, gosh. What's up, everybody? I know I'm a lot to take in all at once. I know I'm a lot. I know I look like all the Beatles just smushed into one guy. I know it's a lot. It's all a lot all at once. Oh, my goodness. I'm a tall fella. Oh, boy. I think I finally could. Oh, boy. Steve John's in the back. Hey, Millie, 6 foot and above. Make some noise. Oh, my God. There are finally people. Yes, the land of the giants. Hell yes. Normally I have to pander to the smalls. I have to relate to them about things like, oh yeah, shower heads are appropriately heighted. Airline seats are comfy. I hate having to do it. Oh gosh. I'm also really tired of women assuming my penis is proportional. It's not. Don't you all climb up on me. I measure my penis like any other man. I put it in water and I measure the displacement. That's what I learned in science class, remember? It's M over V, you get the D. Come on. We're learning. We're having fun. Oh, gosh. Oh, did we learn anything? That's dumb. Did anybody watch the Super Bowl? Clap and watch the Super Bowl. Ooh, and the crowd goes mild. Oh, my God. I didn't watch it. I'm kidding. I watched. Oh, my goodness. Do we like football here? Are we a football crowd? Do we like football? Hell yeah. Oh, man, you won't like me. Oh, God. I do not like football. I don't like football. Like, my favorite band is Rush, and I love the movie Princess Mononoke. Like, I don't like, hell yeah. Nice, big Mononoke crowd in here tonight. Hell yeah. That's what brings the people out, YouTube. Oh, gosh. I don't get football. Flo, I envy you. I don't understand. I don't understand how football works. I literally don't. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you all explain to me, football fans, explain to me how an eagle could beat a dolphin. That just doesn't make any sense. Dolphins are way bigger than eagles. You're telling me a Seahawk could beat a bear? That's so silly. Bears are much bigger. Thank you. You got that. I'm very dumb. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. No, thank you. I recently confused Stephen Hawking and Tony Hawk. It's fine. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Those are 2 different people. I had no idea. Oh, goodness. What else do I want to try tonight? I also thought it was funny, all the outrage. Do we like the halftime show? I'm going to do a halftime show joke. Oh, my goodness, a lot of rage about the halftime show. A lot of people on my Facebook were like, he's not even American. And people are like, he's from Puerto Rico. And then they come back with like, I'll have you know, Puerto Rico is in the Gulf of Mexico. And then they're like, didn't you change that to the Gulf of America? Oh, goodness. My favorite part of the halftime show, holy shit, the flags. I love the flags. Don't you do this to me. Fuck off, Grayson. I love flags. Clap it up. Oh, God, I absolutely adore flags. I love flag emojis. I don't know if you all are aware of this. They have flag emojis. They have all the emojis in the flags. Why am I always the only one who's this excited about this? Am I this autistic? Oh, my God. I love the flag emojis. Thank you. I love throwing them into conversations. Like if I'm ever trying to be romantic with a gal, if I'm ever trying to be a little romantic, I like to throw some French flags in there. Some France. I know. Ooh la la, France. Eiffel Towers, baguettes. If I'm ever trying to decide, like, where do you want to go for dinner, Will? I'll just be like, Chinese flag for Chinese food, Thai flag for Thai food, and, fuck. God damn it, I forgot the fucking other flag. Fuck, God damn it. And I'll just do the last flag. And the last flag, if I'm ever, like, talking to some friends and I ever want to be like, oh, man, this is, if I remember with my boys chat and I just want to be a boys' night out, I'm just going to hit them with Afghanistan. I fucked up that joke so goddamn hard. I'm sorry for making fun of my friends. Let's get Grace Moyer back up here.
Everybody give it up for Will Miner. Will, you forgot the pride flag for when you want to eat ass. You're welcome. Also, okay, the joke about putting your dick in the water to measure it, that's so funny. But I knew a guy that did that. No, but it wasn't water. It's worse. There was a guy in college in my ex-boyfriend's frat that everyone called him Peanut Butter because when they were having a penis measuring contest, he tried to use a jar of peanut butter to measure it. And he was like, fun fact, you actually don't know how hard peanut butter is until you try and put your dick in it. Ain't that always the case, right, guys? Okay, that story's over now. Your next comic would never put his dick in peanut butter. He's normal and cool. Everybody, give it up for Grayson Bullock. Grayson, no offense, you have a really weak handshake. I liked the part where you struggled with the button of your jacket for like 30 seconds, and then when you got it open, we still couldn't see the tattoo. That was crazy. Love you though, love you. Your next comic is also very funny. Maybe he'll show us a tattoo. Who knows? Everybody, give it up for John Krueger.
All right, I believe just about anything can be funny if at the right moment there is the right sound effect. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. So here are, this is going good, all right. Well, here are 3 dark humor gags to start us off. Dark humor gag number 1. According to the Bible, everyone who does not believe in Jesus Christ will be condemned. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Number 2, the bond market is a Ponzi scheme. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Number 3, every day our bodies grow older and are decaying. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, I'm moving on from the dark humor gags and on to some lighthearted ones. Ladies, isn't it awful when you're dating a man? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, I'm going to build on that gag and give it more oomph. Ladies, isn't it awful when you're dating a man and he leaves the toilet seat up? I've had to apologize to my wife. I'm sorry. Again. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. My wife has a lot of patience to put up with me. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, now here's one sophisticated gag. Albert Einstein once said that insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I disagree with Einstein. Insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again. Period. 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 Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, and now here's one absurd gag. I believe that repeating this can be funny. I am committing to this gag by repeating this. I believe that repeating this can be funny. I am committing to this gag by repeating this. 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 Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All right, well, I was debating how to end this whole comedy sketch of gags. Obviously, we all know I'm going to say ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. But there's different ways that I could say this, 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 period. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, here are 2 endings that didn't make the final cut. I could have done a dorky ending. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I could have done a bluesy ending. Chicka, 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 bwada, bwa, bwada, bwa. Bwop! There can be only one, so here's the real ending. It is dramatic, with a button. Ba-da-bop, 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 ba-da-bop. All right, have a good night.
Everybody, give it up for John Krueger. The only comic capable of inducing a stroke. That was like a whole production, honestly. I feel like I did just see Hamilton. I don't know. Your next comic loves Hamilton. Right? They're a little theater nerd who loves their little musicals, I assume. Everybody, give it up for the hilarious, very talented Kade Wonders.
I don't like Hamilton and I refuse to watch it. So in 2016, when that came out, I was in band camp. I did band in college. And we had mandatory fun nights, so we didn't all go have sex with each other. That's what we did in college band. And everyone just there's like a skit night, and everyone just did Hamilton songs, and I hated it, and there's no punchline, but that's my trauma. I'm not woke, I'm just biased. Wow. Okay, John, the 90s would have loved you, brother. They really would have. I did watch the Supertime Half Bowl show. That's how that came out. I did watch it, and I am bi-curious now. Woo! It's very fun. I saw Bad Bunny, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be him, or if I want to be with him, or what. And so now I'm debating, is it gonna be easier to become Latino and grow 10 inches or suck a dick? Both sound equally hard to me, but we'll see. We'll see. Cool. You guys like self-help books? Anyone? We got a hard no. I like that. Someone said yes. I don't. I fucking hate self-help books so much. I hate them. I think they're inherently bad and stupid, and if you like them, I also think you are inherently bad and stupid, Samantha Lukasiewicz. I like the past 2 months of me doing stand-up open mics has just been shitting on Samantha. It's not personal. We're just diametrically opposed, forever forced to fight each other. It's like anime rivals. It's fun. Anyway, but no, you can tell self-help books are inherently dumb just based on the titles. Titles like The Secret. You guys know about The Secret? The Secret is the book that put out there manifesting and vision boards and stuff like that, which sounds fine, but if you actually read the book, it's just shit hey man, you sad you're fat? Well, have you tried thinking skinny thoughts? Dumb shit. Another one big in the 90s, you'll know it, John. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, which seeks to answer the age-old question, why do women be shopping? And of course, who could forget Steve Harvey's act like a lady, think like a man, which to my honest disappointment is not about a closeted trans man. It's fucked up. Steve got me on that one. Not an ally. But no, the titles, they remind me, they're dumb in a way that reminds me of when they started putting inspirational phrases on tampons, like the tampon wrappers. If you've never seen a tampon wrapper, just go to the store, pick one out, get what you need for the day, put it back, you'll be inspired. But if you look at them, it's just phrases like, do it, like a girl. Live your truth, Sammy Tamimi. It literally says Sammy Tamimi on the wrapper. It's crazy. And my favorite one, stretch yourself. I wish I fucking wrote that. No, that is something that someone put on a tampon wrapper. Stretch yourself on an item that you insert in the stretchiest part of any mammalian body. It is bananas. I love it. Does anyone here live in the suburbs? I just want to see if I'm going to make another enemy. I think that living in the suburbs dements people. I really do. I think it breaks your brain. My sister-in-law lives in the suburbs, and she calls my wife every single fucking day to say that someone else has gotten hit by a car. And she's like, someone else got hit by a car. 7 people have died by car accident in Richmond. And I was like, bitch, have you heard of population density? like the odds are higher. I do think that like the suburbs have stolen like cultural touchstones from us though. Like it's like the suburbs have ruined punk music, you know? Like we used to have bands like the Dead Kennedys singing about the genocide in Cambodia, holiday in Cambodia, where the lead singer just goes, Pol Pot, Pol Pot. It's awesome. But now we just have like a bunch of whiny punk songs that are just like, I gotta get out of this town and get some real pizza, man. They're really good songs, though. Anyway, there's another example, but I don't want to run the light because I'm nice and respectful to most people. All right, my name is Kade Wonders. Bye.
Everybody give it up for Kade Wonders. Always thinking skinny thoughts, just like my mom taught me. Okay, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm going to bring up your next comic, the very funny, very bald Jack Parker.
Man, I had a skinny thought once. Oh, if you don't laugh at it, it's just sad, guys. Come on. No, I'm 31. Or should I say 30 fun? Everything hurts. I've started doing yoga because losing my hair at 13 didn't humble me enough. I don't know if you guys have ever restarted doing yoga after taking a 10-year break at the age of 31, but you're basically just in a room full of the bendiest people in Richmond. Let's not get out of control. There's a lot of like 34-year-old moms there. And you're trying not to sound like a pervert, but it's also really hard when you can't not make noise when you go beyond a 45-degree angle. The entire time I'm just like... That's all of the air in my lungs. I didn't know I could do that. No, it's... I don't know, but getting older hasn't been that, like, bad. The only problem is, like, you realize you can age out of your targeted ad groups. Like when I was like 20 to 30, I realized I still got all the same targeted ads. But once you turn 31, you get one specific type of ad that goes, how does it go? Does your dick work? Your dick might not work right now. Has your dick ever not worked? What if that was permanent? For $200 a month, we can make that not happen. And they do it every single time. I get two of them. It's either does your dick work or hey man, have you started to lose your hair? And they're like, it's not too late. I'm like, the Great Barrier Reef is dead. It has been dead since 2008. Move on. Finding Nemo was a lie. Ugh. It's, I don't know. I do remember, like, you do really, like, kind of get more assured of yourself when you get older. Like, fewer things bother me. Like, I'm definitely, like, less concerned with finding someone like I'll settle down with for the rest of my life. And of course, everyone likes to go like, well, Jack, once you stop looking, that's when you'll find someone that's going to come around and ruin all of your plans, but you're going to keep them around because they're so cute. And I already have a cat. I don't know if you guys know what it's like having a cat. I don't let my cat outside, not because I'm a responsible cat owner. She eats donuts. But it's purely because I made a rule with this cat when I met her. I said, all right, here are two things that you need to understand about this house. Whoever dies first, the other one gets to eat. And you are only allowed to kill things that end up inside this house. And so my cat went bet. And she does everything she can to escape my home and then bring animals back inside to murder them within the walls so I have to clean them up. Okay, well, we're not going to go into a period joke from that because that's just going to be... Don't worry about it. All right, no, let's... all right, do we want to... No, Grace has been nice to me lately. I don't want to start off like shitty. All right, I'm just going to end that there. You guys have a great night. Thank you very much.
Everybody, give it up for Jack Parker. He moans in yoga class. You guys don't remember the part where he said he moans in yoga class? Okay. Kill the momentum, Grace. Your next comic would never kill momentum. He only is ever hilarious. Everybody, give it up for the very funny Patrick Logan. All I wrote down during his set was, Chapel Roan is a lesbian and she would hate you. Your next comic, I think Chapel Roan would love him because I love him. He's so funny. Everybody, give it up for Charlie Waring.
Chapel Roan would love me. I'm just thinking how funny it is. How I've found this out the hard way too, Patrick. Women hate it when you call their private parts holes. It's just a fact. I didn't watch either I didn't watch the Super Bowl at all last night or any of that. Instead, I watched the movie Life Sized with Tyra Banks. If you don't know, Tyra Banks is a doll that comes. It was the Barbie movie like 20 years before the Barbie movie, and I'm sorry, it's better than the Barbie movie. It is legitimately hilarious. It's very funny. But also, a crazy thing about the movie is that, so in this world, their version of Barbie is called Eve, and they're all black, because, so there are these little black dolls, but when it becomes Tyra Banks does not look like the doll, right? The doll is darker. She's a different shade, and there's a part of the movie, Tyra Banks, she comes to life, she's walking around, and there's a woman working at a toy store, and she looks at one of the dolls and looks up at Tyra Banks and goes, oh, like she's amazed, but they look nothing alike. This woman in the toy store just went, any black woman? Are you Michelle Obama? I don't know. No. On a similar note to what I began, because my girlfriend's black, and let me tell you, black women, they love it when you say they look like Michelle Obama. They all get it. Okay. Does anyone like acid? Anyone? We're adults. It's okay. I don't know. I like doing acid, but this is my problem. I like to do acid, but I don't. A lot of people who do acid, they do it like they'll do it on a whim, right? Like I'm not like that, right? If I'm at a party and someone offers me acid, I'm like, well, I gotta find somebody to watch my dog. Like you want me to do acid right now? I don't know. But most people who do acid, they just do it. I don't get that, right? I don't know. Like. And people are like, why did you want to do acid around your dog? I'm just worried if I do acid around my dog, I'm going to try to fuck my dog. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know. That's why I need to get a kid. No, not to fuck, just to babysit me when I'm on acid. I need a 6-year-old to just be like, hey, don't let daddy go on the roof. Some of you guys are like, why would you fuck your dog on acid? I think I might, because one time I was on acid, I was watching the movie Aladdin, and the genie came out, and I was like, why wasn't one of his wishes to fuck the genie? And I think that, I said that when I was on acid, but even sober, I'm like, yeah, I think everyone would want to fuck the genie, right? Like, who wouldn't want to have sex with, like, a beautiful blue woman with the voice of Robin Williams, And you're fucking her, you're about to come, you pull out, come on her face. She goes, hello! All right. More life-sized fans than Mrs. Doubtfire fans, that's fine. Okay, I got the light. So I'll do this quick one that I might lose all of you, but this is true. This is true. The guys, I swear this is true. Did you know that Paw Patrol is adding a new dog? And this one's going to be an ICE agent? You don't know Paw Patrol. They got a bunch of these dogs. You know, one's a cop, one's a firefighter. They're adding one that's, you know, works for ICE. And it puts chihuahuas in detention centers. That's Chihuahua is the Mexican dog. Okay. And it's ending there. Thanks, guys. Let's give it up for Grace.
Keep it going for Charlie Waring. Shine bright, shine far, be a star. Love that movie. Love that movie. Okay, everybody having fun? Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm so excited to see your next comic. Everybody give it up for Jacob Book.
Thank you. I am new to Richmond, so I will introduce myself. I think not shucking and driving, that's a different joke, my bad. Fucked it up. Way to go, me. Man, I think whippersnapper is the only redundant racial slur. It was still worth it. I could fuck that up all day. Perfect. I believe that frat guys, like football guys, their biggest ally and best friends should be the furry community. Because who else is going to make such great game day costumes? I appreciate the little chuckle. That's about all it earned. I am new to Richmond, and you know it's a relatively major city. Not as big as you might think. It's not important like Chicago, but there's tall buildings, and that should count for something. So people are like, what are you going to do? Like, what about, like, stray bullets? Like, aren't you worried about those? It's like, stray bullets, there's really only upsides. Because, you know, if I hear them and I'm having a good day, it gives me the motivation to work hard and really put my nose to the grindstone, earn money, and move out of town. And if I'm having a bad day, it gives me hope because I know I'm not strong enough to pull the trigger. Just a happy crowd. Perfect. All right. I'm the only one. All right. I think the perfect prison for quadruple amputees would be a waterbed. Maybe you aren't picturing it. It would work perfectly for the prison system because who cares about criminals? Just take their limbs and then put them in a bouncy castle instead of a yard. Saves money. And if there's any gang-related incidents, you just super bounce them to the next block. Give them time before they can chin their way over to each other. I don't know who's laughing, but I appreciate it. Real quick question, is missing a finger but knowing sign language more of a lisp or a slur? Interesting. I need the mic stand for this real quick. Another question. When a mime goes like this, does he come? I like that guy. You missed it. Ask me later. I believe the homeless have it easy, mainly because oftentimes they're addicts. A lot of them are addicted to alcohol, as are a lot of us. And we just have all that pesky food in our tummies, making us spend more at the bar. Fair enough. We appreciate the homeless. I'm not from here. I'm from Indiana originally. It's a little bit far. Thank you. It's not funny, but I'm not also doing well, which is fun in itself. But I've been getting into country music, as have a lot of us. But it's safe now because I'm far away from home. So when Chris Stapleton asks, what are you listening to? I can confidently reply, not my sister. Neat. Tremendous. Let's give it back up for the host.
Keep it going for Jacob Book. We've all been listening to a lot of country music, right? I actually did in middle school. That's my favorite fun fact about me. I never had a Tumblr. I never had an emo phase. I only had a country phase. Right? Okay, your next comic, I'm assuming had an emo Tumblr phase. You could tell by looking at her. But I haven't seen her in a long time. She's so funny. She has such a cute outfit on. Everybody give it up for the hilarious Flo Foley.
Hello, hi, hello, hi. I just got back from watching my teenage niece and nephews for like a week, and I've never heard bro more in my life. It's they bro each other on everything. It's nuts. Kids these days, crazy. My 12-year-old niece goes, Flo, guess who I am? Well, what about gun violence? And then holds her neck and then she chuckled, because she's a psychopath. They called me a psychopath though, because I do the milk in the cereal bowl before the cereal. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, so I get called a psychopath for that. But people who like dislike other people because their skin is different get called racist. I think they're the psychopaths, right? Like because race isn't even really a thing. It's all made up, right? There's not enough biologically different with people to be a different race. Like for that to be true, all like Hispanic people would have to have wings. And if that was true, I could see a little bit of racism. I'm not gonna lie. I could see that existing in the world. Like, oh, goddamn, these Latinos always getting their culture in my hair from way up there. I don't know. We won't work on that one. My sister-in-law is going into labor. Yeah, cool. I hope I don't get updates. When my sister was in labor with her kids, she was like, I'm 5 centimeters dilated. I was like, I don't need to know how big your pussy is right now. That's crazy. Don't tell that to me. Charlie Waring booed being your true self because he's actually a cab driver from Pyongyang. I love that was the biggest laugh so far. All right. Will Miner said he doesn't like football, but he said his favorite band is Rush. Buddy, that's half the game. Hey, we got some football heads. I watched part of the Super Bowl. There's nothing funny about that. I have a tramp stamp, and it reads, if you can read this, you're too horny. Did y'all know they don't kiss at the end of Wicked for Good? I know! It's they tease you, don't they? Instead they sing? It'd be gayer if they kissed, though. Imagine getting put on the Epstein list and not even sending an email. I'm in a unethical, monogamous relationship. I have one partner, and they have a gun. Oh, I already tried the racism thing. Y'all didn't like that. I saw a basketball game the other day on the television. It was the Brooklyn Nets were playing, and the crowd was chanting, "Let's go Nets! Let's go Nets!" And I was wondering, is that a chant or is that like a suggestion for a chant? Let's go Nets. How about that, everybody? Let's go Nets. They're suggesting what chant they want to do. How come I haven't seen a porn parody of Radio yet? That's a movie about a mentally disabled person. That's why. I'm expecting applause after this statement. Bummer. Let's see. I'll end with this one. There's these things called trans people. And some of them are trans men, and get this, trans men sometimes still get their period. So I think there's a huge untapped market out there. They need to be selling masculine tampons. Can you imagine, instead of getting like a dumb little, like, oh, you can do this girl thing on a tampon, it's more like, fucking kill someone today. The rapper's camo, it says, Tampax Torpedo. I'll actually end on this one. I was watching a hockey game the other day. It was in Minneapolis, and the Minneapolis hockey fans were like, no more ice, no more ice, no more ice. I'm like, you all don't understand how hockey works. All right, Grace Moyer, everybody.
Everybody, give it up for Flo Foley. She knows how hockey works. I know how hockey works. I know the part where the boys kiss. Yeah. Also, Flo, you said that people think that you're a psycho because you put the milk in the bowl first when you do cereal. I think you're a psycho because you pronounce it milk. Yeah. Love you. Okay, your next comic is new to the scene, but he's very funny. Everybody give it up for Ben Dalke.
I only attract big gay men and women. I don't attract anything straight. I'm what they call a target. So if comedy doesn't work out, I plan on becoming a lot lizard and hopefully finding a gentle trucker that'll take me as his wife. Because I've been told I require some imagination, but that I'm close enough to the real thing. Part of comedy is knowing what you look like up here. I used to have this issue where I didn't really know what I looked like. It was always hard for me to imagine until I actually started comedy, and a giant lesbian in the dark corner of the bar asked me if I had a pussy. Yeah, now I kind of know what I look like. I look like I'm transitioning, but with no hormones pushing me in either direction. All right. Thank you for that. Yeah, I have no game. I'm like a magnet that only repels pussy. I'm like a giant pussy leaf blower. In my freshman year of high school, I thought I was close to getting some sympathy pussy because these girls would often brag to me about their blowjob skills, but I'd always just reject them and agree, like, yes, I am also good at blowjobs. A lot of guys think a nice pickup truck would get them laid, but nothing dries a pussy faster than watching me try to climb out of one. If you saw me riding around in a pickup truck with a really hot girl, you would think I somehow look even gayer. Alright. I heard they're keeping Diddy, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Nicolas Maduro all in the same minimum security prison, which makes me wonder, how exactly do you get into a maximum security prison? Just be poor? All right. Poor stuff's fine. Makes sense. My dad's a dentist, but I hate dentists because when I was a kid, he tied my loose tooth to a bottle rocket. But now I sterilize instruments in a tiny room at his office. So sometimes to get back at him, I just fart. All right. Actually, last one. I have a cat that vomits for attention. So obviously it's a girl. All right. There it is.
Everybody, give it up for Ben Dalke. You You heard it here first. Girls throw up for attention. The other night, I actually threw up all over the guy I'm talking to's car and also my own bed. He just wouldn't pay attention to me. That's a true story. I'm embarrassed. Okay, guys, turns out washing a faux fur coat is really hard. I threw up on my fur coat. Did you know that a soaking wet fur coat is like really heavy? Okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Your next comic would never behave in such a manner. She always keeps it cute. She's very funny. Everybody give it up for Marie Welch. A girl after my own heart, because you have to specify that you're dressing like this, not as a bit. I relate to that part. Okay, guys, we're at the halfway point of the show. Can you believe that? There's so many people. We're only halfway there. Who's having fun? Raise your hand. I'm having fun. Yay! Okay, your next comic has a very cool name, and that name is Waz. Give it up for Waz.
One more time for your host, Grace. How's it going, y'all? I got dumped recently. That was fun. I mean, it kind of sucked. It was she criticized, like, kind of a lot of stuff. My career, my weight, my apartment, my hobbies, like what I do in my free time, everything. When you think about it, like, you didn't have to include the fat part. I think having an issue with, like, my entire life was enough. You didn't have to include, oh, and you're fat. That's like if you got fired and as soon as your boss didn't care about HR anymore, he was just like, oh, by the way, you could lose a few. She also used to give me a hard time about the toilet seat debate. And I defer to the woman, of course, leave it down or whatever. But she got, like, annoyed about it. She'd be like, come out of the bathroom and be like, oh, and you left the toilet seat. And make me go in front of her and close it. It's like, yeah, I left this seat down a couple times. You know what I never did to her, though, that she did to me twice? Is leave a floater in there. I don't know about you, but, like, I feel like your toilet seat commentary privileges are revoked at that point. It just bothers me to this day psychologically, like, just a float, no toilet paper. That doesn't make sense to me. How could it just be the turd? I don't know. I know you guys probably don't want to talk about this. Don't judge too hard, though. I mean, I'll come out and say this is a nasty joke already. But, like, I mean, hey, I've done it to myself. You get too wasted, wake up the next day and you go in your bathroom and you're like, oh. And it's double bad because, like, it's super gross. And I'm like, oh, and it reminds me of her. All right. My dad had, like, really severe back surgery recently. It went well, which is good. I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, my dad's not the type of guy to just go have a surgery by anybody. Like, he used to work at the hospital. He knows all the people. He found the best surgeon, found out who he wanted to do everything. And, like, I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, my dad grabbed the surgeon before the surgery and read him a Vince Lombardi quote. So, like, do you want me to read you the quote? He, like, grabbed my surgeon, like, hey, can you come here for a second? And was like, I want you to hear this. Gentlemen, we are going to relentlessly chase perfection, knowing full well we will not catch it because nothing is perfect. But we are going to relentlessly chase it because in the process we will catch excellence. I am not remotely interested in just being good. Just wanted you to hear that. And the surgeon was like, all right, let's fucking go. He crushed it. Put a fucking Eiffel Tower on my dad's back. It's pretty cool, actually. I got a Christmas bonus this year. Kind of cool. Not officially, actually. I just have, like, crippling ADHD. And they called me at the end of the year and were like, Matt, you never cashed, like, 4 of your paychecks. I was like, oh. I was saving those for later. It's my bonus. One time, I don't know if this is funny or not, but I thought it would be really cool to join the Army. I didn't. But there was a time where, like, in my head, I thought that would be really cool. I was like, I want to be a soldier. Be badass. So I was like, I'm going to go talk to the recruiter about it. I was interested in the Marines and the Army, but I was looking for the Marines that day. And I go in, I start talking to this guy, and I'm like, anyways, like, this is my story. Here's why I'm here. Like, I want to be in the infantry, do all this cool stuff, blah, blah, blah. I talked to him. And he was just like, okay, well, this is the Navy office. And then I had to sit and listen to him try and convince me to be in a submarine with like 40 dudes for 3 months at a time. And I'm like, dude, why would you want a guy in a submarine who opens the wrong door? Should have sent me to the Marines immediately. Like, what is this, an attic? Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to get out of here. We'll give it up for your host, Grace.
Give it up for Waz. I feel like you're like a invention that my brain created when it's like, imagine a straight guy. He's a sports dude. Cool. Your next comic, I was going to say he's also a straight guy, but I don't really know him, honestly, so maybe he's not. But everybody, give it up for Arlen.
Oh, hey guys. I've got some tips if you want to get rich quickly. Yeah. Number 1, only bet on things you know. That's why I only bet on the quarterly sales of Gatorade. Because I'm a door-to-door Gatorade salesman. Number 2, always bet the house, because the house always wins. That's facts. Today, my friend came to my office. Yeah, I have an office. And he was like, Arlen, you're stuck in a time loop. And I was like, dude, you come to my office at the same time every day saying the exact same thing, and I'm the one in a time loop? Maybe you should look in the mirror. I like to put 2 and 2 together, and sometimes I get 4. I recently graduated from finishing school. How did I get in to the Potomac School for Young Women? It's called DEI. I bought equity. I can admit who I want. You see this? That's a perfect curtsy. Take that home with you. I went out with a babe last week. But she was addicted to smoking cigarettes. And that was really cool. Because the only thing I'm addicted to is being kind to women. Because ladies, I know what you want. You want a man who will come into your life and whisk you away. And that's why
I always carry this with me. So we can take it back to my place. Put on Mambo number 5 and do it on my fully sized bed. Yesterday, I did 3 things. I went to a CVS. I heard the song I'm Sexy and I Know It. And I got an erection. But not in that order. I got the erection first. I took it to CVS where I played I'm Sexy and I Know It on my boombox. I'm Arlen. Thank you very much.
Everybody, give it up for Arlen. Remember when I said that the other guy was a cartoon of a straight guy? This guy is like my fever dream of like the worst Hinge date I've ever been on. I want to go home. I might suck his dick because I'm like scared. Not for real. I'm, in the fake scenario. Okay. Your next comic is here all the way from Charlottesville. I've never seen him before, but I'm so excited to see what he has to say. Everybody give it up for Mitchell Paige.
Everybody keep it going for Grace. And Grace is also my fever dream of a Hinge date where we go Dutch on everything. She might cover me because she feels scared, though. I was already doing tonight. Like Grace said, we came all the way from Charlottesville tonight. I had to get out and beat the demons, the seasonal depression demons. Anybody else in here get sad during the winter? Hell yeah. Thanks for giving the sadness a round of applause. I like seasonal depression. Seasonal depression is my favorite kind of depression. When people ask me what seasonal depression is, I say it's like the regular kind, but with cranberries. Winter spice. Is it the regular kind with cranberries, specifically the song Linger? No one gets to me this time of year. This is an especially rough winter, though, because I've dealt with like regular seasonal depression before, but I've never dealt with like feeling sad, plus like every reel I'm seeing is like a fucking video of an AI dog dancing. Like that's killing me inside. My aunt thinks they're real. I don't have the heart to tell her they're not. They creep me out. They make me sad. They creep me out. They creep me out because they almost look real. That's called the uncanny valley. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. To my aunt though, that's just a regular fucking valley. All right, whatever. That's it. Thanks, Charlie. That's I think somebody was probably talking about the Epstein list earlier. I think I caught that. Can you just believe Woody Allen was on that too? Of all people, Woody Allen. Do you guys remember the rapper named Hoodie Allen? I think it's time for that guy to change his fucking name now. That was a bad name to start with, but I think Hoodie Allen should change his name to Hoodie Harrelson. Or something now. Start repping weed heavy, Be the weed guy instead of the statutory or whatever. Speaking of bad people, I think the Unabomber gave us the first TED Talk. All right, that's not a. You got any TED fans in here? Guess we all love having a credit score. They're the best. I'm gonna go back to the notebook. I like doing comedy. I like doing comedy in this room because it's so long. I don't know if you guys, any of you guys have picked up on that. This is a very long room. This is it's kind of like the Bat Cave. This is like doing comedy in the Bat Cave if Bruce Wayne's secret identity was Chapel Roan. I was gonna do an impression of the butler where he brings Batman a matcha. I don't know if I have anything more. Maybe this is like the Bat Cave. If the Batmobile was just a Waymo. The Filipino remotely driving it. All right, everybody, give it up for Grace. Thanks for having me.
Everybody, give it up for Mitchell Paige. That was a great set. I loved that, except I hated the part at the beginning when you said I look like I would pay on a date. I've literally never done that, even with women. I just don't do it. I'm poor. Okay, your next comic is not poor. He's very funny. He's also here from Charlottesville. I'm so happy to see him. Everyone, give it up for John Rademacher.
Yeah, I'm the public school teacher that has money. That's what I am. We get paid the big bucks. I love that him insinuating you paid on a date offended you more than anything else you've heard the night. Like, how dare you? All right. This is probably the first year where when I said to someone, Happy Black History Month, they said back to me, dude, there's enough going on right now. Stop. And I was like, okay, that's fair. Let's just talk about Epstein. That's fine. We can do that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a teacher, but I turned in my letter of resignation recently. I will not be teaching again next year. Yeah. Because fuck them kids. Yeah. I realize I probably shouldn't stick with this job because whenever people ask me, like, oh, do you like teaching? And I'm just like, sure, I guess. Like, there's no solid answer. Like, it's a love-hate relationship. Yeah. I drink a lot more than I ever did before I took this job, and I think I have gray hairs on my pubes now. So I don't know if this job is helping my life at all, but it is fun. Yeah, I like my job. I teach high school, and I've noticed that, like, high school and middle school teachers, for the most part, we like our students, but there's always, like, one class that you just hate with a burning passion. Like, you just know, like, your third block's gonna suck, like, every day. It doesn't matter what you do. And the way I describe it to people is, to me, it's the class that makes you more of a feminist every day. Because there's a class where I'm just in there, I'm trying to teach, and there's this pure chaos, no one's learning anything, and I think to myself, you know, I really do need more abortions, now that I think about it. That'll solve a lot of my problems right now. Now I don't go to happy hour with my coworkers after like a long week on a Friday. School ends on a Friday after a long week, and I think, you know what, I'm just going to Planned Parenthood like $20, just like help the next generation out. End of the year I give them $50, just hey, buy a new vacuum. Yeah, I have a class that's rough. I have a class of 9th graders that's particularly bad. And the class that my relative resignation, like I turned it in. I still like it's weird that they made me turn that in like with months left. I thought that'd be like last 2 weeks of school. They asked for that. They're like, no, we need that in February. And I'm like, you don't want me to not care with 4 months left in the school? That's bad. Like you need me to pass these kids, but yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I turned that in, and my levels of fucks I give went down drastically. Like last week, or no, it was a little before that. But like, so we're like. I have students that were talking about football, and like I have a girl in my class who's a Patriots fan, and I have these bunch of 9th grade boys who like also really like football, but they were trying to do that thing like, oh, you like football? Like name 5 players. Like they were just doing that shit. And like I was like, you know what, she can handle this, she's smarter than them, like she can deal with that, but they kept talking. And he'd be like, hey boys, can you guys just please stop talking? You're annoying everyone. He goes, well, Mr. Rademacher, why? And I'm like, and I said to them, because you're acting like the reason bi women choose to date women right now. So like please just knock it off. And I didn't get an email about that somehow. Like, I don't know. I just... Yeah. I did get in some trouble, though, because my sister recently bought a gun. She sent me a picture of it, and I said, oh, that's sick. But I sent that at work, so I had to have a meeting about that. And they're like, hey man, you're on school Wi-Fi. You can't be sending that. And I'm like, I know. It was a sick gun. It was nice. She had a red dot sight and everything. It was fucking awesome. Anyway, all right. Okay. So this is another. I'm trying to figure this joke out. So this happened. This is the real thing that happened to me like a couple months ago. So I'm at a bar with a friend of mine. We're at this bar hanging out, and then I see this woman from across the bar. I'm like, oh, she's really cute. I'm gonna go talk to her. But then I see she's with a guy, but it doesn't seem like it's going well. Like I don't know if he's shooting a shot and it's not going well, or if they're like together and they're fighting. I don't know. So I say to my friend like, yeah, I was gonna go talk to her, but I think she's with that guy already. He goes, dude, it's fine. Oh fuck, I have a minute left. I don't have time for this joke. This is a long joke. What happened? So I was like, I don't know if I don't want to say anything. My friend goes, dude, what's the worst that can happen? And I'm like, that's a scale. Let's be real here. Like, it could go well for me. But like, side note, the woman and the man in question are both white. And I realized that if I go over there, it goes well for me and she leaves with me, I might have just made a domestic terrorist. There's that kind of white guy where it's like, if a random black dude comes up and takes a woman he's with, he's going to go home, jerk off, and cry in no particular order, by the way. And like within a month, within a couple months, he's just gonna be like shooting up a mall, screaming at the Turner Diaries. Like there's just that kind of white guy out there. So I'm not trying not to. I don't know. I didn't shoot my shot, and I saved lives. That's all I'm trying to say right now. Okay, that set happened. Everyone, start clapping now for lovely host Grace Moyer.
Everybody, give it up for John Rademacher. I think you should always hit on ladies that are on dates, because maybe he'll be the type of white guy that's like an ally, and he's like, you can have her. You never know. I don't know. That's just a thought. Okay, your next comic has a lot of thoughts. He's so funny. I'm so happy he's here. Everybody, give it up for Blake Carlson.
Hi guys. I'm like if Kurt Cobain was a twink. Just a little bit. And I'm not gay, but people do call me a twink an awful lot. Which is, I kind of take it as a compliment. And that's the first time that I've called myself a twink, because I feel like if I do it otherwise, it's appropriation. But I'm trying to adapt, you know? I'm twink. I'm twink the house down. Boots. Box. It's my Reeboks. Some halftime jokes. I got a halftime joke. You guys want to hear my halftime joke? Cool. My girlfriend is autistic. So on a good night, I am under the spectrum. It's my halftime joke. I'm glad thank you. I love one person clapping 3 times. That's exactly what I want. No more, no less. When I was a kid, my ideal job, my first dream job, I wanted to be a spy. Because if you think about it, a spy is like an amalgamation of like every kid's dream job, like to be an actor with a gun, you know? Because you just travel the world, you know, meeting all these cool people. You get to play the part of a lifetime, and if someone's not buying it, you get to shoot them in the face. You know, some guy with a scar is like, what happened to your accent? Bang, 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 bang! What happened to your face? People have octopuses as pets. Some people think it's fucked up to have... Some people think it's fucked up to have octopuses as pets because they're really smart. They're one of the smartest animals. They are the smartest invertebrate. And not only that, but people you can't even feed them right. People, we have to give them puzzles to feed them. And I don't want an octopus as a pet. I want to be an octopus as a pet. If I got a meatloaf every time I solve the Wordle, I'd be stoked, you know? That fucking rocks. Especially if the Wordle answer is meats or loaves. I've started putting my boogers in ashtrays. Because most people vape now. You know, it's kind of a shame if they go unused, I think. I think everybody, let's do I'm a twink. I think everybody in a frat should actually be related to each other. I feel like there'd be a lot less, like, you know, deaths by hazing if they were all actually brothers, you know? And even if one did die, that's their problem, you know? That's like, keep it in the family a little bit. Do you think in frats, like, when they kill a kid, like, they got to get the family, like, a big card? They deliver the boy's folded tank top to his mother like it's an American flag? There's one more little thing, I think, to that. Stay with me. I will say I've never killed anybody, but if I did, I would want to do it with 30 of my closest friends. All right, cool. Do you guys want to go kill somebody after this? All right, I'm Blake Carlson. I'm not a murderer. Give it up for Grace.
You heard it here first, YouTube. Give it up for Blake Carlson. I forgot to say that part. Give it up for Blake. He's on the internet conspiring for murder. But guys, we all have an alibi. There's proof we're all here right now. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. Your next comic, I've never seen him before, but I'm very excited. Everybody give it up for Casey.
All right. So, they say bad things happen to good people, but who do inconvenient things happen to? Like, I was in the shower the other day, and the handle fell off. And so then I was, like, standing trying to put it back on, and I felt like Indiana Jones in the correct water temperature. Like, we named the dog Kohler. I, too, have a halftime joke, because, it just happened. But, I was a little bit torn on the halftime show because, like, on one hand, it was, like, really nice to see, like, the display of, like, diversity and cultural, differences in the United States. But on the other hand, he started listing off all the countries in Central, North, and South America, and I was just like, crap, he's giving Trump a list of countries to invade. But, I think there was a lot of people that were mad about the halftime show, and I think they were just, really realizing that they were outing themselves, that they would get cucked by Bad Bunny, Like, I was in support of him doing the show, and I was still watching, and I was like, that guy's going to fuck my wife. I don't have a wife, but he's going to fuck her, like, but, yeah, that wasn't that good. The Olympics are on right now, too. And, I'm a big fan of the Olympics when they're on a different continent because they start earlier in the day, So it's nothing like, criticizing world-class athletes while they eat waffles at 6 a.m. But, like, another thing about it is it always reminds me about how easily I talk myself out of doing exercise. Like, Lindsey Vonn competed this weekend with a completely torn ACL, like just 100% not there. And I woke up and was like, well, I didn't get full 8 hours of sleep, so I'm not going to have like the best exercise today. So why even do it? Does DoorDash deliver Funyuns at 6 a.m.? They do. No. I actually don't know the answer to that question. A couple years ago, I probably would have known it. I was driving to work one day and I had the thought of like, I wonder how fat I could get. And the answer was pretty fucking. I got to the build where I was walking through the parking lot one day and a guy stopped me and asked me where the closest Taco Bell was. Like, he knew that I knew, right? He asked me where it was, not if I knew where it was. And he was right. Like, I told him it was 3 blocks away, and it's usually busy on Tuesdays. But, I ended up losing a lot of that weight, and it can be a frustrating process, like when you're not seeing results on the scale. Like you start to rationalize it, and you're like, well, normally I weigh myself in the morning, or right now I'm just really hydrated, or if you get rid of all my bones, I'm a pretty healthy boy. That's it, I think, because I got the light, and yeah.
Everybody give it up for Casey. Bad Bunny fucked my wife too. Oh, cool. Your next comic is very funny. Everybody give it up for Ben Pierce. He's not having a hard time. He's having fun. I'm having fun. We only have a few more comics left. Let's just keep it going. Your next comic is very funny. I love him. Everybody give it up for Louie Carroll.
Strangeways, how you guys doing? Get up for Ben, guys. Get up for Ben. All right. I like how Ben is dressed just like me, like a fucking cat burglar. But I get it, it's cold. It's cold. I'm gonna do a bunch of new stuff. All right, this is gonna be rough, but you've all been to like an open mic. You've built tolerance. So I know if this is like. Have you had the comparison? I don't know if this is like a thing or not, that dogs are men and cats are women. Yeah? That's kind of reductive, right? I think dogs are white people and cats are black people. Right? Like I can see a cat in a do-rag. Yeah, like I can't really see a German Shepherd in dreads. That's kind of culturally insensitive, You know what I'm saying? Like, dogs must be white and cats must be black. I think hyenas are wiggers. Right? Like, they look like a dog, but that laugh, oh. They think they can say it, right? What? I don't think I would make a good bouncer, I mean, just look at me. I'm skinny. But I think I could bounce a retirement home. Right? Like, I would send away so many, like, old people because they're not old enough. Like, they'd show me their fake ID and I would look at their dentures and I would be like, no. Those are real teeth. All right. That is okay. I like crossover events, Like the Flintstones meet the Jetsons. That's peak, right? It's peak. Another crossover event is like all the celebrities in the Epstein files. It's like you all know each other, like it's like 2026's Endgame, like it's a Marvel movie where all right. Not that good. All right. Let's see. So I don't like it when people go, it's the thought that counts. Right? That's zero accountability. Zero accountability. Like I was at Goodwill and I saw a Budweiser chalice. Why would I get anybody that? Like there's a reason it got donated back to Goodwill. It's a bad gift. Right? What was the thought process? Like the people say it's the thought that counts. What is the thought process? It's like, what do you get somebody who's both a dictator and knows how to party? A Budweiser chalice? All right, let me end on this one. Like I kind of fucked that up. So it's been a while since I gave a homeless guy change. Because the last guy who asked me for change used a trick-or-treats bucket. And I was like, I don't know if it's changed, but here's a star bust. And that's all. Give it up for Grace Moyer, guys.
Everybody give it up for Louie Carroll. I'm going to keep things rolling. Your next comic is not my sister, even though our dads are both named Jim Moyer. True story. Okay, everybody give it up for my long-lost sister, Stephanie Moyer.
Keep it going for Grace. She has a good relationship with her mother, so we couldn't be sisters. Just before I get started, Grace, I'm so sorry that every time I do something in comedy, people message you. I don't think we look anything alike except for being white ladies with brown hair. I keep wearing the glasses so they know we're different, but there's some new stuff, some old stuff. I recently joined a David Lynch fan club. We're called the Lynchers. Blake, you want to keep clapping? Blake's just embarrassed because he sent me the invite to the club. Listen, we do pretty fine in the north, or no, we don't do fine in the north, but the further south you go, they really like us. All right, maybe don't add that next time. Cool. Did anyone ever get Larry David and David Lynch mixed up? Or am I the only one? The only one. Great, thanks. Cool. Anyone ever want to kill themselves? All right, this is a pretty good time to be a straight lady, and let me just tell you why. The only good thing about being straight right now is when you complain about your relationship. Because, if I was, gay or anything else, and I was like, oh, my girlfriend doesn't do the dishes, people would be like, well, maybe she's had a hard day. But I date straight guys, so the moment I start to complain, people are like, fucking kill him! Run him over with your car. He is absolute garbage. And honestly, that's what I'm going for. Don't take their side. All right. This isn't a joke, but I want to know if other people know this. You guys heard about penis gate at the Olympics? Oh, great. Again, not a joke. This won't be funny, but we can all learn together. I don't know what the sport is where they go off the big the big ramp, and they just ski jump. Sure. So apparently when they put on their suits, they got to be in their underwear. And dudes are injecting hyaluronic acid into their dick, so it gets up to 2 centimeters girthier. So when they make their outfit, they have an extra 2 centimeters after their penis shrinks, and apparently that extra 2 centimeters gives them up to 5.8 meters on the jump. So I don't have a joke for that. But, guys make fun of girls that, inject that into their lips and stuff, and so I just think we need to start inspecting penises for bruising or blood clots. Also, if you inject it wrong, it can turn necrotic and fall off. So I'm excited next year. Wow, I'm almost already done. And no jokes. All right, great. Grace mentioned that people stuck their dick in peanut butter earlier, way earlier. And I was like, was that peanut butter organic, chunky peanut butter that you have to stir? Because that's a very different experience than sticking it in the Peter Pan container, right? Okay. All right, let's bring Grace back up here.
Everybody give it up for Stephanie Moyer. Asking life's important questions. I like the chunky peanut butter. I don't know. Okay, your next comic is very funny, and I feel like she would be down for some weird peanut butter play. I don't know. You're very, come on. That's something you would say. I'm serious. It's not even a burn. It's like, she loves talking about eating old men's balls. Like, why is she acting like I'm weird for mentioning peanut butter? Oh my God. Okay, pretend I didn't say any of that. Everybody, your next comic is very funny. Everybody, give it up for the hilarious Samantha Lukasiewicz.
What the fuck, man? So I was eating my man's dick after he put it in his peanut butter. It didn't hit. It's fine. What a fun night of comedy, right? Give it up for Grace. It has been great. I wrote down some things. I didn't realize that Kade and I are now mortal enemies. We kind of look alike in a weird way, right? Like there's a joke there, I'm sure. Like, you know. Let's see. Charlie reminds us every time he tells a racist joke that he has a black girlfriend. So that's great. I love that for him. Happy Black History Month. Let's see. Blake said octopus. Did anyone feel weird about pusses? Did anyone feel weird about that? It should be octopi, right? It should. Yeah, he's a fucking retard. Anyway, did we figure out if Arlen was straight or not? Yeah, I don't know. Weird guy. Funny guy, though. I think that's all I have. Everyone's been very funny. It's been a very great night. I didn't watch the Super Bowl last night. I fell asleep, but I watched the Bad Bunny stuff this morning, and I was like, oh my God, like culture, like music brings people together. Like I don't know why this is so political. And then I looked up like the English version of his songs. This guy's just a fuckboy. That's what we should really be upset about. I don't know. Does anyone know? He's like, I fucked Patricia. I have a girl in San Antonio. I fucked this girl. No one? Okay, fuck me then. I guess I just hate men so much. I just have to find a problem with them all. Let's see. I'm from New Jersey. Anybody from the north? No, Stephanie, please don't clap. The last time I did this joke, she was like, yeah, and I'm like, no, you're not, you stupid bitch. You're from Illinois. Okay, all right, girls support girls. I appreciate that. Recently, I got called a carpetbagger. Has anyone ever, you heard of it? It just sounds like a lesbian grocery store to me. I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Do you know, Will? That's it? That's stupid. A man made that up? What's a carpet? Oh, I thought you said my scarf looks like a carpet, and I really like you, and I was gonna have to. Let's see. I'm very lucky to be able to travel across the state for my job, do some comedy, and the other day I was driving from Alexandria to Richmond, and I stopped at a park just to look at the scenery, take some photos, and I accidentally, like unbeknownst to me, took a picture of a couple who was getting engaged at that very moment. I know, isn't that beautiful? And so I sat in my car and I was like, you know what? They probably want these photos, right? So I called after them. I was like, hey, congratulations. Came back. They didn't have social media, which I thought was really fucking weird, right? That was the weirdest part of this interaction. But I said, how'd you guys meet? And they said, oh, we're like high school sweethearts. And I was, fuck you. And you know, like when you want to say something so relatable and you're like, so I said, oh, I'm a comedian. I'm traveling from Alexandria to Richmond. I've been dating a guy for 14 years and he doesn't want to marry me or live with me. And that's all I said. And now she's just looking at this middle-aged white woman, like very sad on her engagement day. And I was like, Samantha, just keep your mouth shut or stop taking pictures. I don't know. All right, I'll leave you guys on this one. I have a friend who goes on really, really long dates, and I think it has to do with his dick size. And I wanted to ask Will Minor, how long are your dates? You're dating. So sure. Okay, well, good, because I want a Minuteman micro penis and no dates, because the less time I spend with a man, the better. Let's bring Grace Moyer up. Thank you.
Give it up for Samantha Lukasiewicz. She hates men. So do I. Your next comic is a man, but he's cool. We're down to our last 2 comics of the night. Everybody, give it up for Prashant Adele. You know, I too have been possessed by a snake. Am I right, ladies? I'm talking about a penis. Okay, we're down to our last comic of the night. Everybody, give it up for the beautiful, the talented, the hilarious Mary Walton Petersen.
2026, bring back left-handed shakes. Make them adjust to you. He put Lucky Charms in my beer, so I call that shit my burial. Drink it with a spoon, feeling strange and ethereal. I do the same things many times, so I'm serial. NPR podcast, true crime, call it serial. That's a sneak peek from my new single called Serial. My car got stuck in the snow. I had to use a pickaxe to get it out. It's my first time ever using a pickaxe. All my days of Minecraft training me for this right now. Felt super fortunate, kind of like all my days of Tetris training me for sex. Nothing wrong with me, just looking for a man with right angles. Bring that corner piece over here, boy. My friend, all these ads for the Super Bowl were about AI. My friend was freaking out, like, oh my God, it's coming. AI is gonna steal my job. Which is crazy, because AI will never steal my job. My coworkers would miss me. And so everyone's like, oh, I'm trying to work on my computer skills. I'm going to beat the computer. I'm going to beat AI. I can never lose my job. Hold on. Maybe learn to be a good friend to your coworkers. That's something AI could never do. Okay, going to workshop that. Maybe learn to bake a sheet cake. I had a boyfriend in high school who was bracist. He didn't like girls with braces. But we broke up because he only drank lean, which is nasty. If y'all don't know what that is, that's half Sprite, half cough syrup. And he'd be like, I gotta go to the liquor store. Baby, this is Walgreens. And then I never saw him again because he was sent to jail. He jumped a kid for his Yeezys and put it on Snapchat because this was 2017. And the only thing more embarrassing than getting mugged is getting mugged with the dog filter on. That was nasty. Like, oh, give me back my shoe. Be like, yo, look at this fool. And he was just like the unicorn filter. And I actually felt scared to tell that joke now because he recently got arrested for killing someone. Isn't that? It feels insensitive. But it's like I've been saying, he is still trying to get my attention. That is crazy. He would go on trial, but the newspaper article I was sent said he is not mentally stable to stand trial. Confirming my second theory, the nanny drive him crazy. Can't say it ain't my fault. You really gotta beware of these men who say some fuck shit, right? Because he took me to the carnival, our first date. And he won one of those carnival prizes. It's like that sweatshirt covered in the dollar bill pattern, something super corny. And he was like, you wear this at my house? Call that camouflage. Or one time I asked him, how come you never bought me dinner? He goes, damn, I didn't know you were a food type of girl. Duh, I'm a food type of girl. That dick had cheese on it. Did y'all see that the Epstein list? Really disappointed. The guys from Dude Perfect were on it. They released an apology video. They were like, sometimes dude imperfect. I don't care what age you are. Trying to have sex with one of those men is fucking miserable. It's got to bounce off 5 trampolines before it goes in. Other person I found on the Epstein list, the founder of IHOP. Ew. Did you know that IHOP actually stands for I hate adult pussy? That's crazy. White girl on the mic, going crazy. Call me Caroline Levitt. I'm a getaway driver. My man Carlos, I'm a getaway driver, so I rev it. This pussy drive him crazy. He think he driving, but I rev it. Thank you, guys. I'm Mary Walton Petersen. Let's bring your host, Grace Moyer, back up.
Everybody give it up for Bryan Williams Petersen. And give it up for all of you for staying this whole time. We made it. And give it up for Silver. He brought these beautiful lights. Give it up for me. Stop. Oh my God, you're too sweet. And give it up for your bartenders. And please tip them a lot of money because we kind of went over. So thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.